One of the biggest parts of healing is to understand part of your growing process, and that growing process is you asking yourself questions. And one of the biggest questions is, what exactly is it that I'm healing from? And being able to acknowledge that and understand it honestly. Me, part of the things that I'm healing from is people, and that speaks on its own. People who've made me feel, that I'm smaller than what I was created to be. People who made me feel like I had to dim my light so theirs can shine brighter than mine. People who made me feel I was incapable of being loved, um, with the same amount of love that I'm able to give out. People who would love to see me struggle but hate to see me prosper. The list can go on. I'm in a season in my life where I'm not allowing these people to affect me, what God has for me, and my peace in general. And I've only came to this place because I've spent so much of my life and time giving to these people and allowing them to prosper in those areas that pretty much put a stunt in my growth. And pretty much also, question my mental ability and my knowledge, as well, when I really think about it. And I'm really not in a season of people pleasing, because when you people please, it can interrupt the plans that God has for you. And I'm just thankful for the grace of God and the wisdom that I have gained in knowing that, because if it wasn't for God's grace and the wisdom that He's given me, I would still be spending a great amount of my life doing that. And at this point, it doesn't even matter who it is. And I say that humbly and respectfully. I don't want anybody who I feel doesn't have my best interests at heart. And I have the right to say so and speak on that because it's my life, as do you. Don't let anybody make you feel like you can't do the things that you were called to do. Don't make anybody, feel like they have the power to place you in a place or a position that they feel like you need to be in, because that's a position that they're stuck in. You know what I mean? And I've just realized that with a lot of people, and I've learned to, be able to pull myself from that. And with doing so, I feel like I'm able to truly shine in the light that I was born to be in, and I'm able to grow in the way that I need to grow, and I'm able to think in the way that I need to think, and be in my peace without having to apologize for it. I'm able to say no when I feel it's necessary. And people don't understand that, but sometimes what's understood by you doesn't need to be explained. So, I know there's people out there that can relate to that, and this is who this is for. So with me saying that, I am excited that I'm, starting my podcast, which I am starting it through Spotify at the moment. And I will eventually link it to Apple Podcasts and so on and so forth. And I will post here on my YouTube, as much as I can. That will be linked to my podcast episodes. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube. This is a safe space for the people who can relate to what I just said, along with my podcast. Thank y'all. Bye.